Right, it's a overcast but muggy, warm day here on the east coast. So we're going to look at a new purchase. This is an Alocasia. Um, no specific species, no specific instructions. I'm going to take a guess and say probably Macariza, but it's a plain green. But what I'm looking at is the size of the leaves, and it's a good sized leaf. Now I've got a new leaf coming in, £12.50. So at that price you can treat it as an annual. They can be a bit fussy. Obviously they are house plants, but over winter they need good light, decent humidity and reasonable temperatures. But nevertheless, I'll probably keep this one indoors over winter and see if we can keep it growing. I've not had much luck with alocasias, but we're going to see how it goes. I'm going to repot it now and acclimatise it to some full light, and we'll have it in the garden for the rest of the summer, and then we'll get it in for the winter. So yeah, £12.50, another B&M bargain. They have stepped up their notch on the game this year. They have got some interesting plants in. I know some stores are getting tree ferns in at the moment. So yeah, that's worth having a look if you're passing your local B&M. So we're gonna repot this. We've got a good upgrade in the pot, and a lot of plants you would not double the size of the pot. You'd just give it the next size up, just another inch or two circumference on the pot. But these are fast growing, greedy plants, and I think it's a bit of a waste of time just up potting them to the next size up. You ought to go at least double. And what I've done is I've got a mix here. So this is all-purpose compost with feed, with 4 months feed in it, plus some perlite, a couple of good scoops of perlite, and a little bit of garden soil, because I like to have a few worms and sort of natural organisms in there, and probably a handful of chicken manure pellets, and give that a good mix up. So it's going to be light. They want free draining soil, so you want a fairly light mix. So that's what we've got there, and we're going to whack it in the pot and see how that goes over summer. So I'm going to take a week or two just to acclimatise it to sort of full light conditions. It's obviously been indoors, but we will. Wind is going to be an issue as well with leaves that size. But they did have several of these in my local store, and some of them were really stretched, and I thought the leaves weren't much bigger than this. I mean, there were a couple with bigger leaves than this, but the petioles were so stretched that I just thought they're going to snap in the wind. So this is a bit of a stockier plant, which is, if you can have them indoors, and if you want the stretch look, that's fine. But this is a stockier plant, so we're gonna. That's why I chose this particular one, and also, open a new leaf, so I know it's sort of in full growth. And yeah, we're gonna get it potted up. This is a pot that I had a palm tree in originally. It's got really big drainage holes in the bottom, so I have just put a little bit of moss in the bottom of that, just to stop the soil leaking out the bottom, because yeah, that can, especially when you got perlite in it, just fall straight out with big gaps or big holes in the bottom of the pot. So a bit of moss in the bottom, or you could use a bit of tissue paper or something like that, just to stop the soil coming out the bottom of the pot, but also allowing water to come out, because they do want good drainage. They like to be, depending on the temperature, if it's high temperatures, they can be sort of pretty much constantly moist, but not, just wet through, but they want to be moist, so you can let them dry out a fraction. But yeah, in the growing season, they want plenty of water, but free draining mix. So that's what I'm going to do now. So again, £12.50 B&M. They did have other types of Alocasia as well, I would say. They had like the Regal Shields, which is like got the burgundy bottom on them, but I've also already got a fairly reasonable sized plant of that in the garden, which I actually bought from B&M last year. So the leaves are a little bit smaller than this, but the ones they had in store look quite good plants. Again, they were £12.50, so yeah, definitely worth a look in if you're after a big elephant ear plant. Like I say, you can use them as annuals, just keep them as a house plant, whatever. Bit of a bargain. Right, we'll leave it there. I'm going to get this potted up. Thanks for watching.